Happy New Pen Day. If you're watching this video, you probably got a card with a little O-ring seal on it with your engineered plastics pen, and we want to explain what that is. So if you intend to eyedropper your engineered plastics pen, you're going to need to take this rubber seal, you're going to stretch it over the back of your grip section. You do not need to remove the nib, and you're going to seat it into that little O-ring groove per the instruction card, or the way I'm showing it to you right now. Make sure it's seated. I like to spin it around, make sure it's not sticking out. And then I apply a light amount of silicone grease around the outside of the rubber seal. Very light amount, you don't need much. Or if you don't have silicone grease, you can even use a little water to wet the seal before you install it into the pen body. Go slow, make sure that it's not trapped between the pen body and the grip, and you're all set. You're ready to eyedropper the pen. I would check that seal dry before you fill the pen body with ink. Now, why didn't we install this rubber seal on every single grip as we sent the pens out? Or why did we stop? One day, a customer reached out to us and they said, my pen exploded randomly out of the blue. And we thought to ourselves, that doesn't make any sense. Pens don't randomly explode. So we started to investigate further, and we found that the cartridge, or the converter, in this case it was a cartridge, had a slight crack in it. So and then we're like, why does that matter? Well, if the cartridge or the converter is not perfect, air can enter in through the cartridge and then flow through the feed out the front of the nib. So you really need to make sure that your cartridge is absolutely perfect or your converter is absolutely perfect. And oftentimes they aren't. There are little defects there, but this is exacerbated if you have a fully sealed pen body. So in the case of the engineered plastics pen, if the rubber O-ring seal is installed on that grip, when you are threading the grip into the pen, this is a pressure gauge installed into a pen just to demonstrate this. As you thread that grip in, you actually create a little bit of pressure in the back of the pen body. And if the cartridge or the converter is not perfect, that pressure will dissipate through the back of the pen body, into the cartridge or converter, through the feed and out the front of the nib, which can create a messy nib. So this customer was right. Their pen randomly exploded out of nowhere. How did it get so messy inside the cap? And we realized it was because this grip, when used outside of the eyedroppering context, actually creates a condition that can make a leaky nib. So it was a fascinating discovery for us. So we started not installing them inside of their pens, inside of the engineered plastics pens when we send them out. And I hope this isn't too much of a nuisance for you to install it. And I hope you found it as interesting as we did when we made this discovery. We tried to dig into this one and figure it out. I personally love eyedropping pens. I think it's awesome. It is definitely a wild thing, so please watch our full 10-minute long video on eyedropping pens and where it falls short. It is definitely not a perfect solution. Keep your eyedropper pens out of the sun. I wouldn't put them in a backpack and shake it around. This is really, it's a very specific use case for filling your fountain pen. And if you have a monarch nib like this pen has, I would recommend you not eyedropper it, as it's going to be really, really wet, and it's not designed for eyedropper use. But as you can see, I do it from time to time. Just know that it's not the ideal. It's not the way that the monarch is necessarily meant to be used. So anyways, have a great day. Thanks for the support. Enjoy your pen, and thanks for watching this little video. Have a great day.